underway, and it's Auburn ball to get this one started.
First thing you have to look with Auburn, they'll run something to try to get a lob.
It'll be Alex Condon initially on Janai Broome. Denver Jones at the point for the Tigers. Now Chad Baker-Mazara. Shot clock inside 10. Broome from 15, around and out, and the rebound down to Will Richard. As we show you the Florida lineup, they had used the same starting lineup every single game until their last game. And again, Aberdeen is in. Clayton, just a terrific player, and Will Richard coming off a great performance against Vandy on Tuesday. Aberdeen backdoor rejected by Kelly.
Boy, great help by Kelly on that backdoor.
Clayton's three won't go, and it's Auburn ball. The starting five for the Tigers, the usual group: Jones, Kelly, Baker-Mazara on the perimeter, Janai Broome, and Dylan Cardwell, who had 6 blocks Tuesday against Oklahoma, as Richard is called for the foul. What can you say about the job that Bruce Pearl has done on the court, how he has energized the fans? He has turned this into one of the elite programs and one of the most followed and adored programs by their local fans in the nation.
10 years ago, where Auburn is now would have been unimaginable. I liken it to UConn when Jim Calhoun took over.
Kelly short on the three. Broome the offensive rebound.
Those are the kind of rebounds that Florida needs to come up with in this game.
Broome going to work on Condon. Trying to get back to that left hand and somehow gets it to go.
Well, Condon did a great job forcing him over his left shoulder, but Broome is so persistent. He's going to get to that left hand no matter what.
Ruben Chinyelu into Aberdeen, and another block. This time by Broome. And the ball was out of bounds. Already Auburn has blocked 2 shots in this game.
And both of them off terrific backdoor cuts, which is usually an easy basket. But Janai Broome, very alert to the ball, able to block that shot.
5th-year player, 2 at Morehead State, 3 here on the Plains. That was his 399th career block. He just had his shot knocked away. Gators running. Richard 21-7 against Vandy Tuesday, and he's got Florida on the board.
Such an outstanding shooter, mostly catch and shoot where he's most dangerous, but he can really drive a closeout. Got a terrific floater. He's having a great year.
There are no 2 programs in America, to my opinion, which embody more the up transferring. Guys coming from low and mid-majors, from all over the place and turning into star players. And Chad Baker-Mazara is among them.
Well, right on cue to your point, Chad Baker-Mazara, the lefty, takes a very difficult contested shot and just gets clipped by Will Richard on the arm as he tries to fly by and able to knock that shot down. Chance for a 4-point play.
And we've got that as the 2nd foul already on Will Richard. And remember, they are without Elijah Martin. Aberdeen is starting. And Todd Golden has a difficult decision right out of the chute. And for the moment, Richard stays in the game.
Well, Richard leads Florida in steals, one of the top steals men in the Southeastern Conference. Most of his steals come off the ball. We'll see if this foul trouble takes away a little bit of aggressiveness from him.
They need a big, big day from Walter Clayton Jr. Again, the backdoor cut by Aberdeen, but good help by Auburn. Aberdeen for 3. Offensive rebound. Condon out of bounds. Still Florida ball. For Todd Golden, 3rd-year head coach for the Gators, and you go back 10 years, and he was the director of basketball ops and then an assistant coach for Bruce Pearl here at Auburn. And Bruce thinks of him like he's another son. Stephen Pearl, Bruce's son, associate head coach, coaching and waiting at Auburn. But Golden and Pearl feel like family with one another.
Dylan Cardwell has done an outstanding job on the defensive end. He switched off on Walter Clayton Jr.
How you talk about a logo 3 and the shot clock was running down. Clayton knew it and buried it.
Well, you keep your hand down on that because you don't expect anyone to pull from that deep, and he shot that effortlessly.
He is one of the 10 mid-season candidates for the Cousy Award as the best point guard in college basketball. Broom again one-on-one with Condon. Kelly the drive. It'll go.
Just a terrific drive of the closeout by Miles Kelly. You expect him to shoot that shot. You're closing out in a hurry. He uses your momentum against you.
Chinyelu, the Washington State transfer, backing down Kelly, but he missed it.
Broom came from behind to really bother that shot. There has been nothing clean for Florida offensively.
Only regular season meeting between these two. Kelly just inside the arc, knocks down another one.
Auburn's spacing has been outstanding. They are really spreading out this Florida defense.
Condon thinking about a 3. Now the ball screen for Aberdeen. Stepped into it but left it way short on a clean look. Baker Mazzara, a little fade away, and it's Auburn by 7.
Auburn is just beating Florida down the floor. The Gators have to run better offense so they have defensive balance. They can get set.
And they are one of the best offensive teams in the nation, but they sure haven't looked like it in the early going today.
Well, they're hearing footsteps right now. Chinyelu should have dunked that thing, but so many shots have been blocked. He was thinking about it.
The tip out by Cardwell. It'll be Auburn ball.
Really smart by Dylan Cardwell. If you can't grab it, tip it back out.
Kelly trying to drive baseline and got tripped up by Aberdeen. The students started lining up immediately following the conclusion of the game Tuesday night against Oklahoma for this big game. Another top 10 matchup here on the Plains inside Neville Arena. Tahat Pettiford has checked in. Chaney Johnson as well for the Tigers. And Johni Broome already has 3 assists and 2 blocks in this game. Johnson, who would be starting for so many other programs in America, terrific off the bench, and Auburn leads by 9.
Boy, Auburn has been so sharp on the offensive end. Good screening. The ball is moving. And they've made some contested shots. It's not like every shot's been an open one.
And Will Richard, with 2 fouls, has now indeed gone to the bench for Florida. Sophomore Urban Klobjar from Slovenia is in. Chris Moore. The steal and the foul at the other end. Moore, a 5th-year player, very physical, their best communicator. And Bruce Pearl knew this morning he was going to call on Moore early because of the talent of these Florida guards.
Yeah, and he needed some extra physicality in this game. And to your point, Chris Moore is an excellent defender at 6 points and 3 rebounds in just 16 minutes against Oklahoma in that big win. But he's always a guy that does whatever it takes, a culture guy and an excellent defender. And your point about his communication, he really talks out there. And I think that lifts up the defense as well. The best defenses you play against are the loudest.
Kelly sits, Jones returns, Moore at the line. He and Dylan Cardwell, each with 5 years in the program. This is such an experienced team, not all of it here, obviously. But boy, they've got so many older players who have played so much college basketball.
Little horn set, and the catches are extended right now. You want the big guys to really get out and pressure.
Good cut by Thomas Howe. Good find by Alex Condon, and a much-needed bucket for the Gators.
It was a great cut by Thomas Howe. It was a step and go. And Chaney Johnson didn't keep his body in between Houck and the basket.
So is it fair to say that part of Florida's game plan, we've seen a bunch of backdoor cuts already trying to take advantage of the aggressive Auburn D?
You want to take advantage of any overplay situation. That's why Auburn needs to get great pressure on the ball. Maybe take away some vision.
Aberdeen had no idea Chaney Johnson was running him down from behind. Now Houck, and one thing Florida really wants to do is get out in transition and score early. Aberdeen, a clean look, rebound Condon. Aberdeen again, and he got it.
Condon is such an outstanding offensive rebounder. He gets 3 per game. That is 4th in the Southeastern Conference, and he's the leading rebounder overall for this Florida team.
And the Gators as a team top 5 in the nation in offensive rebounding percentage.
There's that flex look.
Pettiford, one of the most talented freshmen in the nation. And he's had big numbers in their biggest games. And look at that, a 30-footer.
Just rejected that ball screen and went on his own.
Aberdeen initiates the contact and bangs it home, and he has really stepped it up the last couple of minutes.
So if you don't initiate contact in this game, you're going to be knocked back. He who hits first is going to be successful.
Aberdeen, a junior, bigger and bigger role every year in this Florida program. The floater by Pettiford, and keep in mind he's a lefty, and he floated that in from 12 feet away with the right.
He sees a ranked team like a bull sees red. He plays better against ranked teams.
Condon from Aberdeen, and Florida is finding itself at the offensive end.
They just went with that open side pick and roll. And that clears the side, and Condon able to get a clear path to the basket. You just throw it up high.
Broom, what a catch. Yeah, tough one by Johnson. Over Houck, too strong, and Condon comes down for the rebound and is fouled by Moore. As we mentioned, Bruce Pearl and Todd Golden, the coaches of these two programs, are very, very close. Their relationship goes back to 2009. I met my best friend. They talk every single day about basketball, about other teams in the SEC. But Jay, as is always the case, they had to shut it down before this one. It's all about getting the W for everybody involved.
Yeah, Bruce says he roots for Todd every game but one. That's when they're playing Auburn. But you can tell how proud he is of the job that Todd Golden has done, not only at Florida, but when he was at San Francisco as well.
3 years as an assistant there under Kyle Smith, and then 3 years as the head coach. Urban Klobjar, who's going to get a lot of minutes today. Martin out. Richards got foul trouble, although he's back in. Klobjar, a sophomore from Slovenia, hit 2 huge threes in the win Tuesday over Vandy, turning a 3-point lead into a 9-point lead in the second half as Chaney Johnson answers for the Tigers.
Klobjar's got to hunt open shots because he does not miss when he's open. If he's got pressure on him, that's one thing. But those 2 threes he hit against Vanderbilt were gigantic in Florida getting a win without Walter Clayton Jr.
Thomas Houck, all kinds of moves, and the foul on Chad Baker-Mazara.
Boy, these big guys from Florida, Thomas Houck, Alex Condon, they are very, very skilled. They can spin in the lane. Nice little up and under move by Houck, and both are outstanding rebounders.
Houck is just a sophomore out of New Oxford, Pennsylvania. 30 rebounds in his last 3 games. And one thing Bruce Pearl said before the game today is his big guys have to be able to match the physicality of the Florida big guys. Condon, Houck, and Ruben Chinulu as well.
Those 3 have no off switch. And especially for Condon and Houck, they've really raised the level of competitiveness in this Florida program. And they're one reason that the defense has made such a big jump from last year to this year. Elijah Martin, the transfer from Florida Atlantic, who's out today with that hip pointer, he's another reason.
To your point, Florida 94th in defensive efficiency per KenPom last year, 14th this year. There's Martin out with a hip slash side injury. It was a great play that he made Tuesday against Vandy, diving for a loose ball, got him an extra possession, but got the worst of it. Did come back into that game, but unable to go today. Clayton gets it back from Houck.
Really hard to trap Walter Clayton Jr. So good with the ball.
And a 3 will go for Sam Alexis, a junior from Apopka, Florida, and the Gators are right back in this game.
That's just the 4th 3 of the season for Sam Alexis, matching his jersey number. but he was wide open.
He is the 8th man in what is generally an 8-man rotation. Klavjar would be number 9, and he's going to get a lot of minutes today. But to give Florida a lot of credit in this kind of atmosphere for fighting back into it.
Well, good job by Condon or Houck it was, going down into the low post. That cleared that space for Alexis to come up top.
At one point early, Auburn led by 10. Florida turns it over. Clayton and Alexis could not connect.
And Will Richard was wide open as a result of that roll. Chad Baker-Mazara had to tag the roller, come off his man to just put his body in front of that roll. And that meant Richard, and they call it shake action, coming up from the corner was wide open. Clayton needs to see that.
Hedeford sits, Kelly back in for the Tigers. Jamie Johnson, bounce pass into the paint, Dylan Cardwell.
How is that not a foul? He's got his arms wrapped around him.
And the jump hook a little bit short, letting him play. Richard back to Houck. Richard wide open, hits the 3, and the Gators have the lead.
Great job by Thomas Houck of drawing that double team, then kicking it out. And when Will Richard caught it, he gave a little pass fake. And the pass fake froze the defender, gave him some extra time to get that shot off. That was really well done.
The number 6 team in the nation, Florida, 19-3. All 3 losses have come in conference play. Richard again. And Kelly down with a rebound. Their only losses at Kentucky, at home to Missouri by 1, and then at Tennessee, lost by 20, as the Vols avenged an earlier 30-point loss to Florida.
But Florida's really tightened up its defense. An excellent switch by Walter Clayton Jr. He switched up to take something away instead of just switching out.
Jones on the drive, and he draws a foul.
Position a few times, and here, after this throwback, Houck draws the double, kicks it back out. The pass fake froze the defender, and he knocks down the 3 to give Florida the lead.
Then when we get these misses, all 5 got a game rebound, right? We've done a good job keeping their feet on our back. Guards come down to rebound. When we get clean rebounds, run, man, run. They're not elite transition. Get the ball up the floor and across the floor.
And Texas A&M plays volleyball in the offensive class. It's ridiculous how many offensive boards they get.
They got a lead at Mizzou first half right now, but Columbia, that game on the SEC network. It's already been an interesting day in the SEC. Vandy picked up another win as the Commodores beat Texas 86-78 in Nashville. Tennessee looked impressive in a win in Norman to beat Oklahoma by 18. And Kentucky, which needed a win, got one at home against South Carolina. You and I are going to be in Lexington Tuesday night. Wildcats and the Vols. Condon runs it down, but Chinyelu couldn't handle the pass.
Almost an outstanding save to Ruben Chinyelu for a bucket.
Tied at 23. Broom back into the game after sitting for about 4 minutes. Jaheim Hudson, the offensive rebound. Miles Kelly again.
Miles Kelly created space for that shot without taking a dribble. Just a simple little jab step, got the defender to back up a bit.
He's got 7. Richard no. Chinyelu the rebound, and it goes.
Talk about a rebound in traffic. Chinyelu does not only a great job on the glass, but he's an excellent screener. And oftentimes he will duck into the post, and Florida can get a drive. He essentially screens the help defense.
Oh, Kelly got open again, and he makes Florida pay again.
One of the best open shooters in the country.
41% from 3 on the season.
He had a terrific career at Georgia Tech, but now he's playing for a team that can give him some extra space. He's not the top guy on the scouting report, so he winds up with some open opportunities that he didn't have at Georgia Tech.
Great defensive set here by the Tigers. Aberdeen has to force it, and Auburn's got it.
Really smart by Chris Moore. He came back to the ball there. That could have been picked off if he had let it come to him, but he closed the distance by coming back a step to the ball.
Broom one-on-one, isolated with Chinyelu. The spin and the finish.
He may not be the quickest cat out there, but he is in complete control of what he is doing, and he's going to get back to that left hand no matter what.
Averaging better than 18 a game to go with almost 11 rebounds per game. Nice turnaround bank from Walter Clayton Jr.
He has so much game. At 33 points against Kentucky, went 6 of 12 from 3 in that game, and he's had 6 games this year with 25 points or more.
Number 1 Auburn, number 6 Florida. Kelly. Not this time, and the rebound belongs to Moore, who had hoped somebody was standing in the corner, but there was nobody there.
Miles Kelly's coming off a 9-point game against Oklahoma where he was 1 of 7 from 3. That little jab step gave him all the space that he needed, and gets a screen from Hudson, steps out and fades to the 3-point line, and you let him catch and shoot, forget it. And Johni Broome, this guy has a lot of game, and he's really improved. He was player of the year in the Ohio Valley Conference at Morehead State, both overall and defensively. And he's got even better under Bruce Pearl.
And remember, has come back from a couple of injuries this year, a shoulder injury in the non-conference, and then more recently an ankle injury that cost him a couple of games. Boy, how in the world did that ball not go down? But it is going to send Houck to the line.
Yeah, late call while the official processed the play, but Houck got fouled 3 or 4 times on that drive.
Not a friendly rim here at Auburn. Coming up at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN, it is a sonic blockbuster to begin a big-time triple header. Duke is taking on Clemson. So Johni Broome, Player of the Year candidate here. Cooper Flagg, Player of the Year candidate there. And it marks the return of Dick Vitale to the airwaves after about 2 years. Everybody who knows and follows and loves college basketball and loves Dick Vitale knows that everything that he's been through, battling cancer, we are thrilled to say that he is going to be on the mic along with Dave O'Brien and Corey Alexander for Duke and Clemson at Littlejohn tonight. And turned back over to Florida. And on the court, how about the Player of the Year race between Johni Broome and Cooper Flagg, and how much fun it is to follow each guy each game?
It's become a 2-horse race, I think. I thought Cam Jones of Marquette was in it earlier this year, but it reminds you a little bit of, what was it, 2006 probably, with Adam Morrison of Gonzaga and J.J. Redick of Duke.
Yep. And they also play for the number 1 and number 2 teams in the nation as well. Condon has it. 10 to shoot. Clayton got it. And Florida's back on top again.
His range is in the building. Walter Clayton Jr. started his career at Iona, playing for Rick Pitino. And he has been spectacular in a Gators uniform the last 2 seasons.
Very talented high school football player. Played offense and defense, quarterback, wideout, DB, but liked basketball more. And he was getting big-time offers in football. Condon muscling Broome down underneath the bucket, and that extends the lead for the Gators.
Thomas Houck on that last defensive possession did a great job of keeping Johni Broome from that left hand. And Broome can make plays with his right, but he is not as good. And Houck did a really nice job defensively in the post.
At one point, Auburn led by 10. Florida on a 9-0 run with a 3-point lead. Kelly, good ball pressure by Aberdeen, but Kelly keeps going and scores. Miles Kelly is having himself a half.
Walter Clayton Jr. averages about 18 points a game, but there is no place on a basketball floor that he is not in range. And Condon with a great drop step in the left hand.
And Florida with the ball in a 1-point lead.
Florida needs to keep putting pressure on the rim, whether it's off the dribble, getting it inside to their big guys, or on cuts, because that's the kind of thing that can open up some open perimeter shots.
Tough two will rattle home for Clayton. They lead by 3 again, and keep in mind, no Elijah Martin today, and Will Richard has had to sit for long stretches, Jay, in the first half with 2 fouls, and they're still in the lead.
When you have a scorer like Walter Clayton Jr. that is an on-demand scorer, you give him the ball, he can go get you a bucket. You don't have to run anything.
He's got 10, and he's down with a rebound off the miss by Kelly. He was thinking about it. He's doing more than thinking about it, and he hits again.
He is on a heater. And to your point, I'm not sure he was thinking about it. He's feeling it. He is absolutely feeling it.
Walter Clayton Jr. that stretches in this one is taking it over here in the jungle. A contested 2, and then another very deep 3, and Florida's got the lead. What does Auburn need to do to get energized again, Jay, at the offensive end?
Well, they need to step up when they're in switch situations or in ball screen situations, not stay at the level of the screen. Because right now, Walter Clayton Jr. is having his way.
That's a pretty good game plan. Get it to Broom and let him get over that right shoulder. He wanted a foul call on that as well.
Well, he stuck his arm right into Alexis and knocked him back. There was not much Alexis could do there.
Alexis giving up a fair bit of size in that matchup with Broom.
Nice job by Chaney Johnson to step up into Walter Clayton Jr. But then Chad Baker-Mazara commits the cardinal sin foul of fouling a 3-point shooter.
And Bruce Pearl just turned to Terry Oglesby, the official, and said that was a flop. Got him on the arm. I mean, he may have fallen after, also kind of kicked his leg out, but he got him on the arm, it looked like. And this is the strength of this Florida, the guards. Clayton shoots 86% from 3. He can beat you outside, he can beat you in the mid-range, and he can beat you at the line.
Yeah, the only guard group that shoots better is Auburn.
Yes.
Auburn's guards are dead-eye free throw shooters.
Their 4 primary perimeter players shoot 89% as a group on the season. And it is now the largest lead of the game for the Gators. Again, remember, they were down 10 early in this one. Clayton's got 16, including 13 of Florida's last 17 points.
Just screening Janai Broom into the low post, a little on big screen.
Boy, he always gets back to that right shoulder, but this time couldn't finish. And Aberdeen called for an offensive foul.
I did see him use that right arm. Yeah, he did. Just a little push off. And anytime the reaction's that way, the official's going to call it.
And right now, Chad Baker-Mazara, who will talk to anybody in the building, is talking to Todd Golden, the head coach of the Gators, but it all appears to be very good natured. Kelly with 12 to lead Auburn. Clayton with 16 to lead everybody. Johnson, strong stuff.
It looked like Auburn was going to go into their flex action with 3 on the baseline, try to get it inside to Broom when he set that screen. Usually the rollback guy is going to be open, but Chaney Johnson just took it right down the lane line. That's the way they get into their flex action up top. But Johnson has been very aggressive in this game. And when Janai Broom was out 5 games ago or so, Chaney Johnson did a terrific job coming in for him.
He played 34 minutes in a game against Mississippi State, scored 17 points.
They're looking to see who the foul's on.
And the brief delay was to make sure they had the right person assigned for the foul, and it is Houck is first. Johnson, 3 years at Division II, University of Alabama at Huntsville, and now just a terrific player off the bench for the #1 team in the nation. Clayton can't get by a couple of defenders, finds Houck. Houck spinning in the paint, forced it up, and it won't go. Out of bounds, it is Florida ball with a fresh 20.
Even after Houck missed that shot, among some great defense at the rim. He still goes after the ball. He and Condon are just relentless on the offensive glass.
They've missed 12 shots. They've gotten 6 offensive rebounds. Can Clayton get it in? No, he cannot.
Auburn spends so much time in their scouting report, in their game preparation on out of bounds underneath. Not only their offensive opportunities, but defense as well. And they switched all those actions. They cross-matched and pre-switched too.
Final minute of the first half. A tough shot contested 2 by Johnson. Condon, little shovel pass, and Houck is fouled by Broom.
What a nice pass on the terrific cut by Thomas Houck. Those two, Condon and Houck, are roommates and know each other extraordinarily well, but just a terrific pass.
We have a lot of really good passing big men on both teams here in this game.
Very skilled big men.
Yes.
Because both Houck and Condon can grab a defensive rebound. They can bring it up.
Made them both. Florida by 6. Pettiford with 5 off the bench for the Tigers.
There's that flex rollback. Whoa.
And Broom called for an offensive foul and quickly picks up 2. I think he got the foul at the other end. No, Kelly got it at the other end, so just the first on Broom.
Official saying he lowered his shoulder here. But it was right in the, it was a primary defender, so the charge circle didn't matter. That's for a secondary defender, help defender.
You want to tell the fans behind us who are asking them to go to the monitor?
They can go to the monitor all they want. They don't review those.
Oh, I know.
That's all we need are more monitor plays. We have too many already. They need to go to the NBA system and just have one challenge per team, and that's the end of it.
Looks like Florida's going to hold the ball here, about a 5-second difference. Houck takes the 3 and hits.
But Florida really punished Auburn for trying to double team the ball when Walter Clayton Jr. had it. Just not a rotation to Houck.
Houck, a 30% three-point shooter, had all kinds of space. Condon a rebound, and he's fouled. Wow. And that is number 7 on Auburn, so that's going to be 1-1 for the Gators.
Florida has played some of its best basketball in the last 3 minutes. A double team, but it had to come a long way. And you couldn't rotate to Thomas Houck. He had plenty of time to step into that shot. Condon getting away with a little bit of a push, but then gets fouled as soon as he tries to take the ball down the other end. That rip and run.
Condon makes the front end. A young man who in his formative years in Australia played cricket, Aussie rules football, and water polo, but has settled on basketball. And I'm sure he was really good at those other sports, but I think he made a good choice.
Well, I think I could say with authority he's the best cricket player in the Southeastern Conference, maybe the country.
And the first half comes to a close. They've only lost 1 game all season. That was to Duke on December the 4th at Cameron. They feel virtually unbeatable in this building, but what a half it was for the Gators. Richard into Chinyelu for the slam, and the lead is a dozen.
Boy, after that handoff, Chinyelu really went hard to the basket. It might be a sacrificial cut most of the time, but when you make that cut hard, it can open up space for the perimeter.
And again, for those just joining us or who weren't with us at the beginning, no Elijah Martin for the Gators. Out after that hip injury he suffered on Tuesday, and still Florida has a 12-point lead. Broom, bounce pass, Cardwell blocked, but a foul.
After getting into a horn set early, you see Chinyelu goes for this little handoff and immediately cuts to the basket. Chad Baker-Mazara not even able to tag him. He just ran right through it. Not enough pressure on the ball. in order to keep that pass out of there. And that's really an issue, I think, for Auburn. Can they get more pressure on the basketball?
A fairly quiet game thus far for Baker Mazzara. Cardwell at the line. Fifth-year player in this program. This is his 151st game. Got his rebound. Well, he didn't get the two the usual way, but he figured it out.
Nobody boxed out the shooter. That's the easiest basket that Dylan Cardwell's going to have all season.
Clayton finds Condon. And Condon scores over Cardwell.
Boy, how about the pass fake he made in the air to Ruben Chinyelu? He is such a skilled big man, Alex Condon.
Yeah, their big guys are a great combination of skill and toughness, and we've seen both on display here today.
And they have challenged everything at the rim, even that last foul they had on Dylan Cardwell. They're not giving up anything easy.
No double on Broom. Banging with Condon. And can't hit it. Boy, he backed him down as much as he wanted to, but couldn't finish.
Talk about a tough two. Just wasn't able to complete it.
Condon misses a three at the other end. Denver Jones racing into the front court. Puts it up from the free throw line. Cardwell the rebound. Cardwell back to Kelly again. Two-man game.
Terrific job by Chinyelu to help and take away that three.
They got to reset. Baker Mazzara, shot clock at 5. Got his man in the air, missed the shot. Richard racing down the court. He'll lay it in.
It's almost like Auburn was stunned by that shot and miss by Chad Baker Mazzara. They just didn't get back.
There has been a 24-point swing in this game. Broom lays it in and one.
And watch when Alex Condon catches this ball. Pass fake in the air. And then uses good footwork to get back to that left shoulder and right hand and get it to go off the glass. But there was just no reaction here from Auburn to get back. And just an easy basket in transition. Those were hard to find in the first half.
Todd Golden has made an early substitution here in the second half. Chinyelu goes to the bench after picking up his second foul, and Thomas Houck, who was great in the first half, is back into the game.
Now, Houck had 10 points in that first half. And he plays very well with Condon. It gives them two really skilled big guys.
And the home run pass, and Condon is held and scores anyway.
Boy, how about that? Talk about throwing to the back shoulder. The pressure was coming full court from Auburn. They have to do something to shake up this game. And you're looking at a former football player in Walter Clayton Jr. He was a free safety. Elijah Martin, who's out this game. He was the quarterback. You'd think Martin would be throwing that pass, but maybe Walter Clayton Jr. sending a message to his high school football coach. Hey, man, you should have let me have the ball more as quarterback.
They used it twice with Martin throwing the ball against Vandy on Tuesday. Again, if we're sticking with the football analogies, it's a 2-touchdown lead right now for the Gators. Baker Mazzara a miss. Rebound Aberdeen.
Walter Clayton Jr. got away with a little push there, but he's down there rebounding. All 5 guys in blue are on the defensive boards. But Walter Clayton wants a clear out because he's got Dylan Cardwell on him.
Florida has already beaten a #1 team this year. Did it when Tennessee was ranked first, trying for their second win over a #1 ranked team in the same season. How could miss Auburn ball? Still a long, long way to go, though, in this one.
Actually, what Clayton Jr. wanted was to get the ball inside to Condon, who had Chad Baker Mazzara switched off on him. But I thought he should have taken Dylan Cardwell. When you're having the kind of game that Walter Clayton Jr. is, you want to get him as many shots as you can.
Broom to inbound. Broom with 9 points, 4 assists in this game. Kelly a miss. Houck wraps it up.
What an easy layup opportunity. Dylan Cardwell sealed off the defense.
And another deep one for Walter Clayton Jr. And the lead is 17 for the Gators.
So you miss a layup, and it leads to an open three in transition. Auburn looks a little shell-shocked out there.
Jay, Florida did not have a single fast break point in the first half. They've got 8 already in the second half. And now Broom just reaches out and grabs Clayton.
Just a frustration foul. They're going to take a look to see whether that is a flagrant. It certainly wasn't a play on the ball. Boy, then in transition, if you don't pick up well above the three-point line, Walter Clayton Jr. is going to pull up. And your pickup point cannot be high enough. With this grab by Janai Broom could very well be a flagrant one.
So the ruling on the floor, a common foul. The play is under review to see if it should be upgraded. And as you said, clearly just a frustration foul by Janai Broom. And
I don't know whether that last grab of the jersey rises to the level. It certainly didn't look like a play on the ball, but does that rise to the level of unnecessary?
Inbound to Clayton after the common foul. Clayton will get it across half court. Feeds Condon above the left elbow. Drifting to his right. Clayton catches, draws a double. Give to Houck up top for 3. Short. Rebound Condon at the free throw line. Second chance opportunity to Richard for 3 straight away. Off the front iron, no good. And a rebound for Pettiford and the Tigers. That'd have been huge. That'd have made it a 20-point game. Pettiford dials up a 3-wing left. It's long. Caught by Broom on the weak side. He's right of the rim. It's surrounded. Broom twists, turns, missed it point blank with the left hand. Another rebound for Houck and the Gators. Houck up the floor, chest pass to Aberdeen, deep left wing, drives to the paint, pump fake, back to Houck wing left. Houck drives to the rim, reverse layup no good, rebound Condon, up and in on second chance. A baby hook for Condon, and it's 62-43 in favor of the Gators.
And that's almost a 10-point rebound, or 10 rebound margin now, Sean.
Pettiford, top of the arc, puts his head down, drives the right side of the lane, scooper off the glass, score it and 1. He was right of the rim and finished with his left hand. That's a really tough play. Going into the timeout. Missed it. Rebound though, Auburn. Out to Pettiford, swinging left side. Kelly drives, climbs around, Condon lays it in. So it ends up being a 4-point trip for the Tigers.
4 points Auburn's got off of missed free throws.
Yeah. Well, the one was a freak show on the Cardwell missed free throw. Klobuchar's in for his first run of the second half. He was dynamite in the first half off the bench. Richard for 3-wing right. Glances off the rim, no good.
Auburn coming out zone in that timeout.
Okay. Kelly drives through 2 in the lane, flips it up to the glass, no good. Off Cardwell and grabbed by Condon. 8th rebound for Kondo. Clayton in transition to the left wing. Klobuchar for 3. Yes! Counted and a foul away from the ball. Urban Klobuchar buries another 3. He's got multiple 3s now in back-to-back games. Count the bucket. It'll be a free throw here on a foul charge under the rim against Dylan Cardwell. The shooter will be...
We get extra possession out of this.
No,
the foul was after
yes,
the shot
after the
off
shot.
the ball. And find Urban in transition,
Okay.
Sean.
Clayton will throw it in. Houck held, and a foul called on Johnson, trying to hold Houck from catching the inbounds pass.
The fans don't like it, but it was a clear hold.
Yeah, had a fistful of jersey. A lot of royal blue in the hands of Johnson. 65-47 Gators, and another look now at the rim. Kelly will guard Clayton up top. Pass to Klobuchar, wing left 3. Got another one! Klobuchar contested 3 over Pettiford, sideline left. That's a 6-point trip for the Gators.
Let it fly, Urban.
21-point lead now for Florida. And Klobuchar trying to dig it out is called for a foul, making contact with Pettiford just off the center jump circle.
Hey, Pettiford was just shook and dribbled it off his knee. I don't know why there's a foul.
Kondo's going to get a well-deserved break. Sam Alexis comes in off the bench for Florida. Denver Jones replaces Moore on the Auburn side. Down 10 at 15-5. The Gators now lead by 21.
31-point swing.
Yes.
Wow.
14-10 to go in the second half. Inbound to Pettiford between the circles. Darts left, goes out of a double. Off the catch, Kelly drives down the lane, layup no good. Rebound, Cardwell goes back up, fouled by Alexis in front of the rim. I'm okay with that foul. Send Cardwell at 34% free throw shooter to the line as opposed to giving him a 2-foot make.
Almost had the block, and you're right. If there's anybody you want to send to the line, probably in the country, it's Cardwell.
Yes. Senior from Augusta, Georgia, who has been a really good player at Auburn as he misses the first. He's playing in his 151st career game at Auburn, most ever by a Tiger. Think about that. I know it's a new era and all that, but 151 games.
Wow.
Second free throw. Got it.
I played in about every game I could almost, Sean, and went 2 deep runs in the tournament and still didn't get close to that.
No, you weren't even within a sniff of that 151. Gators bring it up here, leading by 20. Clayton backs it up front court left. Alexis comes out the screen. They'll actually catch and give it right back to Clayton. Between the rings, rises for 3 after 1 dribble. A leaner, no good. Rebound, popcorns into the hands of Cardwell. He was out of bounds, but they didn't see it. Up the right side of the floor to Kelly. He'll roll it into the low post. Johnson in a mismatch here with Clayton, and Clayton reaches in, fouls him, and they give him continuation. No, wow. They should have. They should have given him continuation and count the bucket. They do not, but
this crowd is just stunned right now.
They are.
20-point lead on the road, Sean. I mean, they're weird. Just looking dominant.
I mean, they've been drooling about this matchup all week here, and even longer than that. Inbound to the right corner. They get it reset to Pettiford. Deep angle right 3. Got it. That kid's going to be really, really good. Sahad Pettiford, the freshman. New Jersey kid, 68-51. Here comes that crowd. Gators going to ride a little storm here. Clayton. Turn it over at half court, trying to play pick and pop with Alexis. To the other end, layup, got it. Kelly able to finish. Timeout, Todd Golden. We'll call for 30. Looking to break the press here, link to the floor to go for the Gators out of the Todd Golden timeout. Clayton with 16 points gives it to Condon between the circles. On the weave, it finds Richard. Fake a hand off to Klobjar. Backdoor cut and catch by Clayton left of the rim. Up to Alexis for 3. Front iron, no good. Sam made one in the first half, not this time. Klobjar steals the outlet pass near half court. Drop it back for Clayton. Thought about a 3 on the left wing. Back it out to Urban Klobjar. He'll flip it to Condon on his right. Condon started left, comes back right with a right-hand dribble. Leaves for Alexis, top of the arc. Sam picks it up against Cardwell. Bounce pass to Condon. All this at the top of the arc. Now to Clayton on the left wing. Turns the corner. Lob for the rim. Alley-oop dunk thrown down by Condon. Yo! And the Gators lead it 70-53.
I don't take the crowd out of it, Sean. What a pass from Walt.
Very patient possession, and they got a high percentage look there. A blind lob to the rim. Johnson, top of the arc. Drives right slot. Flopped against Condon. No whistle. Lost his dribble, turns, errant right hook, found a lucky bounce. Oh my gosh. That's a home bounce if I ever saw one. 12 minutes remaining. Gators by 15, pass deflected, saved by Clayton. Give to Alexis. Dribbles to the right, hands to Richard, contested 3, rainbow shot, no good. Rebound eludes Alexis, and Klobjar fouls in transition on Denver Jones.
Good foul from Urban. They had numbers there. We had 2 bigs back underneath the basket. Keep moving the Auburn defensively, and then also, too, keep playing with pace. Get out and run whenever you get a chance.
Denver Jones at the line to the left for Auburn. 1-1. Back for first. 19 for Walter Clayton Jr. 4 3-pointers. In his first game back. We didn't even note earlier that he's run his streak now to 45 straight games with at least 1 3-pointer, stretching his own record. Second free throw, no good. Rebound loose. Jones gets it, and an offensive foul. He pushed off trying to get it. They're going to look at it. They're going to look at it.
Not sure what we're reviewing here, but
be a foul here on Denver Jones. We're going to come to the monitor next to us and review the play. That missed free throw eluded like 4 players. Missed had eyes.
Foul on number 2 White. That play under review.
Yes. Crew Chief Terry Oglesby on the headset, along with Owen Short. Monitor to our left.
Rebounding Auburn missed free throws has been a challenge. Giving up 4 points already this half. The missed free throws. Don't want to give up any more here.
And at least twice it's gone right to the shooter.
Right.
Jones here, Cardwell earlier on the line drive that came flying off the back of the rim.
Still haven't seen a replay.
I mean, the monitor's right here. Oh, I got a bad angle on the... But Jones clearly fouls Aberdeen by pulling him from around the waist.
After review, the play's been confirmed. Common foul on number 2 White.
Okay.
The Auburn fans are disappointed in the call.
Full court pressure. Clayton gets it in just in time to Condon. Hand it back to Clayton. And Walter will slow it up as he eases across half court. 70-56. Gators lead is down to 14. Was 21. Hauk catches top of the arc, shoves it to Klobuchar on his right. Passed up a 3, bouncing to his left, goes around a Hauk screen, draws a double. Got knocked down, no call. Ball is being tied up in the left front court, and a jump ball is called. I think the arrow belongs to Auburn, and it does. So a stop for the Tigers. And now that clock lead at 11:24 can't get going any faster if you're a Gator.
Game is kind of stuck in the mud right now. It's Auburn's favor the way this pace is working out.
Well, they've really muddied it up. Auburn wanted a rock fight today, and they're trying to make it that way again after the Gators got into a sports car mode, and they double on the left wing and get it away from Jones. A steal for Florida. So one stop begets another. Clayton around the high middle screen. Retreats front court right. Chased by Cardwell and Jones. Beats them both under the rim. Into the paint for Hauk. Catches, turns into a right hook and scores. Boy, just the poise by Hauk today. He has not been rushed in urgent situations.
Hauk's been awesome.
72-56. Hauk with a dozen points. Cardwell holding top of the arc. Passes below the left elbow. Johnson works down the left side of the lane. Turns into a left hook and scores past Condon. He made it look easier than it probably was.
Tough shot with his left hand.
72-58 Gators. 10:30 to go here in the second half. Aberdeen blitzed out up top. Gives it up to Hauk. Drives into the paint. Pivots, block right. Got away with the travel. Lobs it out to Clayton at the timeline in front of us. Clayton sideline right. Throws to Condon top of the arc. Condon pass fake. Shoots for 3. It's too strong. And a rebound at the foul line by Jones. Auburn will bring it up with the 10-minute mark approaching. Broom waiting to check back in. He's not been on the floor in some time. Baniford around the high middle screen. One way back the other. Guarded by Aberdeen. The freshman with a crossover dribble. Turns back toward the nail. Comes out left side of the lane. 10 to shoot. Spins. Trying to elude Aberdeen. Shoots baseline left. No good on a fade. And Cardwell fouls Condon on the weak side in a battle for the rebound.
That was great defense from Denzel. I mean, Pettiford probably tried to make 3 or 4 drives. He guarded multiple pick and rolls, and there was nothing.
They've gotten into the ISO ball here a little bit. And we'll see if it changes now that Broom returns. 72-58, Florida ball.
The Auburn guys on their knees. They're the ones who look tired.
Yeah. Well, they haven't been pushed like this. Inbound to Aberdeen. They trap him in the corner. Finds Clayton, and Clayton trying to drive. Back through some space. Stepped on the baseline under the goal.
It's our first turnover on the press tonight, and it's also the first time that we haven't had a big flashing to the ball that we get the entry. We threw it to the guard in the coffin corner, Denzel. He got out of the trap, but Walter called it right on the baseline.
Third turnover on Clayton. Auburn ball on the offensive end. Golden's going to get Richard back in here at the dead ball, replacing Klobuchar. Jones will exit for Kelly on the Auburn side. 72-58. Auburn's made 4 of their last 5 shots. Into Baker Mazzara, swing it to Broom, into the paint to Johnson, turns into a right hook and scores. They're so good in those situations. More pressure coming from Auburn. Here comes this crowd again. They've cut it to 12. Aberdeen throws it into Howe. And a whistle and a foul. A very late whistle by Oglesby, the crew chief. And that'll take Auburn over the limit. This is going to be charged on Chaney Johnson at 9:26. Both teams are over the limit now the rest of the way. So Howe could go to the line. That's 3 on Johnson.
Johnson will deny our bigs flashing in. It's Broom who will just let our guys run up there. We're going to make sure we flash with whoever Broom is guarding.
Out to the line to the right, raises, shoots, and got a lot of rim, but it dropped in. He'll get the bonus. 6 of Thomas's 13 points have come at the line.
Big night for Thomas at the foul line.
And he knocks both down. He is 7 for 8 at the free throw line. Houck puts the lead for the Gators back to 14. Up the floor to Baker Mazzara. Long 2 baseline right, no good. Bad shot choice. Rebound Richard, and Bruce Pearl can't believe he took the shot.
We went 1-2-2 to change it up, force Mazzara into that long 2.
Clayton in a little trouble here. Sideline left. Found a way to get it to Condon on the same side. Skip pass. Thrown wing right, and he missed Richard. I mean, threw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball through the Gators bench and out of bounds. And the Gators have got to settle down here and take care of the ball.
It's 11 turnovers now, I think. Several of them come in the last couple minutes.
This plays into Auburn's hands. They love turning their opponent over. 8th in the nation and forcing turnovers. 74-60. Florida leads it as we approach the 8:50 mark. Bounce pass to Broom on a short roll right of the lane. Catches and lays it in and is fouled on the play. I was wondering how long they would wait to start feeding Broom, and they do so on this short roll here, and Todd Golden's so upset. Just full-on kicked the table in front of us.
It's the same play from early in the half, or Rubin wasn't in the help position earlier enough. Thomas there caught a little bit out of position. Broom able to dive to the basket.
Missed the free throw. Rebound. Kelly on the left baseline. Up top to Pettiford. Pettiford drives to the rim. Shot blocked by Condon. Loose ball for Broom right of the rim. Throws from under the goal to Kelly. Corner left contested 3. And now Auburn is winning the half. We're down 10 to start the half. They cut it to 9.
That's 7 points off of offensive rebounds and free throws.
74-65. Gators have got to get back on track. Out dribbling to the right, foul line extended. Hands it to Richard, and a foul. Chad Baker Mazzara whistled for the foul. And the Gators will go back to the free throw line.
Auburn's going to be physical these last 8 minutes. Free throws are key here. We're in the bonus now. We got to knock them down on the road.
Gators in conference play, shooting 67.9% at the free throw line. But today, the Gators are 86% at the line, and it is going to be everything, as Lee just mentioned, down the stretch in order to pull off the upset of number 1 on the road. Richard is the shooter. Got it. Another one coming for Will Richard, who now has 8 points. Will, after getting 21 on Tuesday, is 1 for 6 from 3. But has a chance to get back to double figures. Second free throw. That's good too. The lead is 11 for Florida, 76-65 with 8:15 to go. Auburn was down 21 earlier in the half. Bounce pass to Broom, top of the arc, guarded by Chinilu, who just checked back in. Dribble handoff for Jones. Jones from between the rings to Kelly. Open 3-wing left. A little long. Rebound. Tipped to Broom, and he popped it in on second chance. And Auburn, who got beat badly on the glass in the first half, has been very good on the boards here since. 7:45 to go. Aberdeen working with Houck on the perimeter. Thomas dribbles to the top of the arc, moves to his left, needs a friend. Clayton's got to come to the ball. Somebody does. Aberdeen does and takes it. 8 to shoot. Aberdeen at the center jump circle. 5 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Aberdeen to the top of the key. Aberdeen leans into a shot from the elbow. Hit the rim with it. Rebound Houck. Over to Richard in the right wing. Richard backs it out to Clayton. 15 to shoot. Clayton guarded tightly on the near wing. Rises for 3. Off the iron, no good. Houck, volleyball tap out to Aberdeen. Wing left 3. Good! He got it! He got it! Timeout, Todd Golden. What an effort! Take a break. 7:08 to go. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, stay right here. The next moment to stop will be the under 4 timeout. We're at 7 minutes left. Cardwell pops out to catch right at the top of the arc. Flips to Broom. ISO play here right of the lane. Bump against Chinilu. Works into the color. Turns left hook. Banker no good from 14. Rebound Cardwell, and he got hit on the arm. I don't know if he got hit on the arm, but that's the call. It'll be on Walter Clayton Jr. I thought he got all ball.
1-and-1, or is that 2? 1-and-1. I mean, I kind of like the foul. Let's send Cardwell to the line. We just got to make sure we rebound.
Yep. So Todd Golden will get Condon back in here to go back to working on Broom on the defensive end. And you got to be wary of the missed free throw and the rebound on the front end of this.
Have we played at all this season with Kondo, Rubin, and Tommy on the floor at the same time?
You may be right. Maybe, but it's an anomaly for sure. Free throw, no good. And Richard sneaks in to get the rebound. So all those guys you just mentioned, and none of those 3 got the rebound on the missed free throw. That's so funny. 6:38 to go. Clayton sends it to Condon, right back to Walter. Out of the top edge of the Auburn logo. Back to Condon. Condon rips down the lane with the 2 dribbles. Goes up strong and scores with a banker right of the goal. And Alex Condon now with 16 points and 9 rebounds makes it 81-67. The Gators are putting up a big number here on the Auburn Tigers. 6:15 still to go. Florida shooting 54%. Pettiford walks a dribble to his left, guarded by Clayton. Drives right to the Cardwell screen to the right elbow. Shoots a 16-footer. Back iron no good. Rebound Chinilu. Will secure it and outlet to Clayton. Clayton calls a zipper action here. Coming up the left side of the floor. Chinilu out the screen. They'll throw the snap pass over the top to Condon. Condon dribbles to the top of the arc. Hands it back to Clayton. Clayton steps left off the dribble. Shoots for 3, no good. Rebounded by Cardwell for Auburn. 5:40 to go. Quickly up the floor. Pettiford dribbles behind his back. Punches it wing left for Kelly. Hand it back to Pettiford. Wing left 3. Rims off. No good. Rebound. Broom goes up and scores. Got away with a foul. He clamped. They didn't see it. Second chance bucket.
All 3 of our big guys right there.
So that's 15 points for Broom and 7 rebounds. Well below his usuals. Clayton bumped at half court. No whistle. Drives it to the right elbow, backs it out to Condon, top of the arc. He'll drive the right slot. Takes Broom to the rack, turns left hook, got a hit on the hand, no good. Rebounded by Broom. Outlet pass to Denver Jones. Jones going to the rack, spins, rises, blocked by Houck under the rim. 81-69 Florida, big stop. Thomas Houck having a heck of a game. Gators will slow things down now, and we're at 4:50 left. Both bigs coming off the elbows. Clayton, bounce pass to Condon between the circles. Back to Walter. Driving kick to Kondo. Chest pass to Richard. Richard, step back 3, wing left. Iron glass, no good. Rebound tap by Chinilu to Houck. Out to Richard for 3 up top. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Will Richard knocks down the 3 to make it 84-69 with 4:25 to go.
Big lineman coming through with an offensive rebound again.
Pettiford feeds Broom top of the arc. Broom rumbles down the lane, spins, push shot, left hand, too strong. Rebound tapped off the glass by Chinilu. It squirts out to half court, and Kelly's got it though. Kelly to the rack, lays it up, missed it point blank, and the Gators are able to clear it. Next dead ball's a timeout. Under 4 minutes to go. Richard wing right, crossover dribble in front of the Gators bench. Steps back toward the corner and throws through Houck. Houck now retreating into the right front court. Bounce pass to Chinilu at the top of the arc. 13 to shoot. Dribble handoff to Richard. Turns the corner, gets in the lane, leaves it right block for Houck, reaches for the rim, missed it with the left hand. Cardwell able to rebound it for Auburn. Outlet pass to Pettiford. Pettiford pushes off Richard. Crossover dribble into the lane and tripped by Chinilu. They'll send him to the line. 3:31 to go. Free throws for Auburn when we come back. And the stretch run is coming up after these messages. 3:31 to go at Auburn. It's 6th-ranked Florida 84, number 1 Auburn 69. This is the Gator Sports Network from Learfield. That this year, Auburn has gone 16-1 when out rebounding their opponent, including 5 straight games, all wins. And the Gators have found a way to be a dominant rebounding team, especially on the offensive glass. So which one would get there? Now Aberdeen will go in at the next dead ball. Golden decided to wait here after the second free throw and gets Aberdeen in to replace Chinilu. So on the defensive end, get the big boys out there. Offensive end, I think we'll start to see some trading back and forth.
We'll see some strategic subbing, I think.
3:31 to go. The Gators have already taken out one number 1 team this season, did so at home against Tennessee. Inbound to Houck against full court pressure. He'll hand it to Aberdeen, and he'll yield to Clayton to bring it across half court. Tightly contested second half. Gators led by 10 at the break. Flip to Condon. Here comes Cardwell out to meet him at the three-point line. Alex dribbles hard to his right, to the right wing, handed off to Richard. Richard draws Broom defensively now. 7 to shoot. Richard in front of the Gators bench. Rises for 3. Back iron no good. Rebound tip off Houck and grabbed by Pettiford. Outlet pass to Chad Baker-Mazzara. Dribbles behind the back on the right sideline. Fumbled it, keeps it alive. Baker-Mazzara, bounce pass to Cardwell. Skip pass caught by Kelly wing left. Dribbles 1, step back 3, long. And Clayton comes away with the rebound as one of the Tigers went down. Into the left corner. Aberdeen for 3. Yes! Chad Baker-Mazzara is the injured Tiger, still on the ground at the opposite baseline.
Hit by his own man.
Friendly fire. Auburn is without a field goal for the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Wow. I mean, the defense has been great, cleaning up the glass.
87-71, 2:37 to go. Pettiford was around a high middle screen, plays pick and pop here with Broom, open 3. Back iron no good, rebound Cardwell, back out to Broom, tries again, same spot, got it. Angle right 3 down for Janai Brown. And a 30-second timeout called by Auburn with 2:27 to go. Tigers timeout. Clayton, short pass in, but caught in the corner by Condon. He's doubled and fouled. Nope, deflected out of bounds. That is as far away as it can get from Lee and I. All I saw was a hand go up and a whistle blow from the official.
Not an easy spot to inbound.
No.
You lose that. You have an easy angle after the make, but now it's tough, stuck under the corner.
In the corner, you can't move here, Walter Clayton. He'll throw it into Condon up the sideline. Hands it to Clayton, who races along the sideline. Lob for the rim. Alley-oop missed by Will Richard. Outlet pass stolen by Condon. Condon spins with a dribble. Gets the nail. Leaves underneath. Richard, reverse layup. No good. Oh, he missed it up close. Cardwell able to clear it for Auburn, but it kills some clock. 2:04 to play. Pettiford drives from the left angle off the catch and is whacked by Walter Clayton Jr. So 87-74. Auburn will go to the line here.
Our reviews have been quick tonight, though.
Yeah. I think there were 2 guys that made contact. So which one gets the foul?
Okay.
It'll stay on Clayton, his third. Has battled to 36 points, making 37 in this half, after scoring just 38 in the first half. The Gators have actually dipped now below 50% shooting at 49%, but have put up a number at 87 on the day. Both free throws good. This gets a little interesting now. 87-76. 2:04 to go. Full court pressure. Broom tried to deny the inbounds pass. Tenzel gets it into Condon easily. Condon gives it up to Clayton, and everybody backs away now as Clayton was able to walk it across half court. Walter through the Auburn logo, nearest us. Give it to Houck in the right front court, guarded by Cardwell. Chest pass to Condon, all this weaving up top. Now to Aberdeen. Aberdeen turns inside the three-point line, backs it out to Houck up top for 3. Back iron no good. Broom with the rebound. Outlet pass to Kelly, 1:32 to go. Pettiford takes it, drives it to his left, throws underneath. Cardwell hiding, catches, and spins in a reverse layup. Should have fouled him. Inbound to Aberdeen, trap, throws out of the double to Condon. 1:18 to go, and Cardwell tackles Condon at half court. That'll put Condon at the line for 1-1 with 1:18 to go.
Our bigs have been so good breaking the press tonight. They've been key for us relieving the pressure in the full court.
Put your jersey back on for me. Explain to me what this is like to be playing with a lead here with a chunked up finish to the game.
It's tough because you know Auburn is going to go for a steal on every possession, and you've got to be super precise. You got to be strong with the ball. You got to make good passes, and there's just an elevated amount of pressure because the fans are into it and the intensity is at the highest level.
Alex Condon at the line, already a double-double today. 16 points, 10 rebounds, hits the front end of the 1-and-1. Fifth double-double of the year for Condon, 7th career. And Gators, when we look back on this thing, 88.2% of the free throw line is going to be as much of a storyline as anything else for Florida today. Second free throw on the way. Short, no matter. The lead is 10 with 1:16 to go. 88-78. Splitting two. Pettiford drives the center of the lane. And he lost it off his hip and right into the hands of Walter Clayton Jr. 1:05 to go. Give it to Condon here, holding at the center jump circle. Dribble handoff to Aberdeen. Working between the circles with 1 minute remaining. Harassed by Pettiford as he moves to his left. Aberdeen retreats a step, give it up to Condon. Pass fake, dumps it to Richard. Richard catches wing right, hits a slash in Condon. Shovels to Haug, rises and scores. Nighty-night, the Gators are gonna do it. 45 seconds to go. 90-78. Into the right corner, Kelly for three. Flopped, and they blew the whistle. He also kicked his leg out.
And
he missed the three, but at the moment, the call on the floor is going to put Auburn at the line for three. Foul on Condon.
And a few seconds ran off the clock. Whoever the scorekeeper was didn't stop the clock.
Bruce Pearl wants the clock checked.
There's a good 2 or 3 seconds that ran off.
This is where I wish in college basketball we had a coach's challenge. This would have been it. So they're checking the clock now, and Kelly will have to wait to shoot his three free throws. Fouls the second on Alex Condon. So we'll see if the clock stays here at 36.6 seconds left.
There was a lot of
40.9.
I was watching it, and there was a lot of time that went off.
So Miles Kelly, the senior out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, at the line to our left, 88% free throw shooter, hits the first, 2 more coming. Kelly, who leads them in 3-pointers, only has 3 threes today. But if he makes all 3 free throws, this would count the old-fashioned way. He's hit 2 and has 1 more coming. So it's a 10-point game. Kelly gets 1 more free throw. Got all 3. 90-81.
Gotta expect the foul right on the catch.
The free throw shooting contest the rest of the way. Aberdeen gliding along the baseline, gets it into Clayton. Bounce pass through a trap to Aberdeen. Throws ahead to Richard. Richard to the foul line. Freezes there. Nobody comes to foul. They get it out to Haug and into the hands of Clayton. Kelly puts a hand on Clayton. Clayton drives around, avoids a foul. Clayton into the paint, reaches past Broom, missed a layup right of the rim. 20 seconds ago, long outlet pass to Pettiford. Wing right 3 off the left hand. Missed that, rebound Clayton. 15 seconds ago, Auburn's given up, and the Gators are gonna do it. 8 seconds remaining. 6, 5, 4. Florida makes history this afternoon. Chop this one up for the Gators. For the first time in program history, Florida has defeated the #1 team in the nation on the road.